Hi, I'm Fredrik, creative lead on Amnesia the Bunker. The new Halloween update is coming along nicely and we have tons of cool features included in this one. We have two new difficulty modes, one being shell shock mode, of course extreme difficulty. We have the custom mode, which is basically the ability for you as the player to customize your own experience using more than 30 parameters. And I thought today that I'll showcase those parameters to you so you kind of have an idea of what to expect when the update drops. So let's have a look at the screen. When you then go to select new game, after having finished the game once that is, you will see this screen. You will see a bunch of parameters beneath here that kind of changes as you change the difficulty. But these are also possible for you to fine-tune to your liking. So up here you have easy, normal, hard and shell shock mode, of course. And as you can see, all of the parameters change as I change the difficulty. And then you have custom mode. You can then start off with a difficulty of your preference, for example normal, and then start tweaking that difficulty. And then it's going to change to custom up here, of course. But I'll just go through the list quickly so that you get an understanding of what this is. I'll just scroll through it, most of it, won't go into detail, not making this video extra long or anything. But I'll stop on a few of the more important ones, I think. Like this one, the first one, generator runtime per fuel item. Basically, this is how long the generator will run on one can of fuel. So you can change that, and we even have, for those that can't really stomach a timer in games, we even have the ability to set this to infinite. So putting one can in there and the generator will run forever basically. You have the possibility to change how long the flashlight shines, how long a torch burns, how much ammunition and resources that you are able to find in the game, how many traps there will be. The save system, new functionality for this update of course is that saving cost fuel. You can have the default type of saving where you can save as much as you wanna, saving cost fuel, or even no saving at all, which means basically permadeath, and that you'll have to finish the game in one sitting. And then of course you're able also to decide if you want the save lamps to be only existing in the admin office or out in every sub-level basically. Then a bunch of settings related to the stalker and how the monster behaves, how it reacts to you, how aggressive it is, etc. And I think one of the most interesting ones here, I'd say, is the what we call increased stalker unpredictability. I think many of you, maybe you play the game once, maybe twice, maybe more than that, and you start thinking that, okay, I can predict the monster's behavior now. But with this, we have switched it up quite a lot, and I think from our perspective as a team, we've been having tons of fun playing the game now with this turned on, because the monster starts kind of really behaving in a way that you didn't expect, and you get surprised a lot more often. I won't say any more than that, because then I'd start spoiling it, then I'll start making it predictable again. So but it's something we hope that people will have tons of fun with this update. Then of course some parameters related to rats, the aggressiveness, how many corpses should be around in the environment, how will the shotgunner, basically the dude down in the tunnels, how will he react, how many shots will he have to hit you with before you die, and those kind of things. Inventory size, we have decided for all difficulties basically to have 6 slots to start with, but if you really want to go hard mode here, you go for 3 slots, which means basically you can have your gun, the flashlight, and maybe the pocket watch. Those are the 3 things you can start off with in your inventory. But then of course you can increase this to even to 15 slots to start with. Game post in inventory, it's a shell shock feature, for example, that the game won't pause in inventory anymore, so you'll have to be quick crafting stuff or whatever. We have this new hardcore health system where bandages stops your bleeding, but while you're bleeding you're actually losing health, and where medkits actually restore health, where bandages doesn't. So we have some new features we haven't really showcased, for example the player health regeneration over time. So if if you have this ticked in, then actually you restore health. As long as you're not bleeding, you'll restore health over time, just waiting it out. We have some other things. Well, grenades. How long a radius will it have? If you put this to very long, and if a grenade pops, then you need to make sure you're far away, otherwise you'll take damage. Other damage parameters and settings for gas and fire. We have the new fuse and fuse boxes system, which we have showcased earlier. This one actually, where all of the sub-levels have a fuse box that requires a fuse, and you can here decide how many of the sub-levels should be powered on from the get-go when you start. So if you put this to none, you'll have to find a fuse for every fuse box in every sub-level in order to power it up and get the light going. Reduce save room, basically wooden doors instead of metal doors in the admin office. Do you want to start off with a gun, or do you want to have to find the code for the correct locker where the gun is stored away? Randomized locker locations, meaning that some of them lockers will be out in the sub-levels instead of the mission storage area. You have the fuel storage code lock, which is basically, if this is ticked in, you get to the fuel storage and you need to have the correct code also on from a dog tag in order to open the fuel storage and unlock it. And then of course we have the fire and gas duration settings, how long you want these to run. So hopefully you can just take a look at this list, get an understanding of what to expect from how you can customize your playthrough when the Halloween update releases shortly. And we'll hope that you'll enjoy this and find it super fun to replay the game many times. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.